fine evening. Figured this was a good enough day as ever to stream. We got the Pixel 8 Pro in hand. We're gonna ask some questions about that later. Hopefully all my volumes are good enough. I did a test on this, but tests are... I don't know why OBS doesn't have a test room still after all this time, so hopefully nothing's too loud, nothing's too quiet. What's up, Lewis? Welcome, welcome. Battery life has been great so far. It's been very, very good, actually. For reference, Oh, hey, what's up, Kyle? For sure. Nice. That's me. Unfortunately, been working at this job for too long. I like it. I enjoy the job, but I get, everyone gets bored. I like tech though, so get to open new phones all day. It's kind of fun. But yeah, we've got Pixel 8 Pro in hand, paired with 7 Pro, and then my 15 Plus as well as my work phone. So that's pretty cool. Nice. Decided to go for it. What color did you get? But yeah, if anybody's gonna, we'll give it a couple minutes, see if anybody wants to join, but we'll talk about Pixel 8 a little bit, because I'm very, very impressed. For battery life, Lewis, what I was going to say is, for reference, I started this restore process. I restored it from my old phone and whatever, set it up in my store. I was actually off today. I went to the store to pick it up at about 10:30. I opened the box. It was about 60% battery. I let it sit and charge as it was restoring and whatever, because usually that's when it burns through a lot of battery. So it didn't charge any, and it didn't decrease any, because I was doing restores and stuff. But as I was leaving the store at 1, because I've been having porting issues all day, thanks Verizon, their entire port transfer pin system is down today apparently, so nobody can port out. And I coincidentally did it on the day that happened. So dealing with that back and forth. And I have not charged it since then, so I left the store at about 1:30 p.m. I haven't done anything crazy on it. It's kind of sat in my pocket. I've done social media stuff. I haven't shot any videos or anything. It's currently at 50%. On the setup day, which is really, really good. I think that's really promising. So, ended my time at AT&T at 1:30 or so, and lost 10% since then. So, super promising. Thanks, Joshua. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys enjoy it, because at first it felt like a little bit of a risk. There's no rule broken, nothing like that. I had full permissions, everything I needed, but it still feels like a little bit of a risk, you know what I mean? So I'm glad people enjoy it. I'm glad I can kind of, participate in the tech community in a way that's more meaningful than just doing more unboxings. You know what I mean? No one needs more unboxings. How do I feel about it emotionally? That's a good question. I've never thought about it emotionally. I thought about the charm of a phone, you know what I mean? Original Pixel had a lot of charm. Being designed by the same guy that designed the iPhone 6 and the 6S, which is obviously a pretty timeless design. So I would say slightly more than the 7 Pro. Emotionally, I feel it's got more charm than the 7 Pro, and I think it comes down to the flat screen. I really, really like the way that the screen is flat now. Whoops. Hopefully that wasn't loud. I can't hear it. But yeah, hopefully, that flat screen, that's exactly what we've been waiting for. I got the silicone case too from, I had to stop by Verizon anyway for all my porting problems, and they had this one in stock. So, not a fan of silicone. It's the best one I have available to me right now, but I much prefer the hard plastic, like the 7 Pro. But I like this one better than the 7 Pro, is what I'm getting at. The camera's really nice. I like the kind of the big bubbly design. The blue is a really cool color as well. It's got some shine to it, you know. It barely feels like glass too. I've never felt anything like this. Somehow Google, like every year, outdoes themselves with the back of the phone. So the iPhone, I was thinking because I said iPhone 6 before. Pixel 5 with like that like resin back or whatever, weird but cool. The Pixel 4 with like that matte finish glass, but it felt like sandblasted. That was cool. They outdo themselves every year. So it almost feels like plastic. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like good plastic, but it feels like plastic. So it's nice. It's a solid upgrade. I've got a lot of stuff to say, and I'm gonna do an actual review this time, because I don't think I did one for the 7 Pro, but I'm gonna do one for the 8 Pro. Hani, I don't have enough experience yet for thermal performance. I think people are blowing it way out of the water. I don't know where all the thermal performance hate is kind of coming from. It's a good question, you know what I mean? But I've seen a lot of that on Twitter, and I don't really know where that's coming from, if I'm honest. Let me see. Dante, welcome. I welcome everybody else too. I'm kind of like slowly, I know there's a delay, so I'm kind of like taking my time getting to some of these. Bray, welcome. Sham, welcome. And Tyler, welcome. Bray, the haptics are, so the same way that the 6 had great haptics, but it felt a tad mushy compared to the 7. It's the same deal. It's about, I'd say, it's a good step up. It's not like super sharp. It's not a massive difference, but it's a good upgrade. You'll definitely feel the difference. They're a lot stronger. So I actually turned mine down. I'm not gonna lie. I turned my keyboard haptic slider down a little bit because they were pretty intense. Shams, depending on what you're paying for it and like what kind of situation you're in, I mean, I think so, based on the deals that you can get for it. I work at AT&T, so I got this one for XYZ reasons. My number was with Verizon for a while, but I ported my number back, and I'm going to trade a phone in for this. I'm getting it for free. Also, in the description, if you would like to get it for free through AT&T, I have an online store link. You can actually order it through my link, and I get credit for it because it's a commission job. And you trade in a phone that's worth $35 cash value or more, so that's like a Galaxy S9 or a Pixel 4 XL or an iPhone 8, I believe, or newer, and you'll get it for free, $1,040 off. It's slightly more expensive because these have the millimeter wave, and the naked unlocked version that doesn't come from a carrier does not, is what I heard. So that's why these are slightly more expensive by like $50. Nicholas, welcome. Thank you. Donations are never needed, but they make me really excited. Thank you. Very kind. All new phones heat up initial setup. Yes, that's true, but part of what I was saying actually is that it didn't do that. So I mean, it was warm because I was like charging it or whatever, like I was in the back room because I had to make some calls about my port problems at work, and we have these each of the demo iPhones came with a USB-C cord, obviously, so they're all back there because they charge at night. But it did not heat up, and it didn't lose battery either. Like I was saying, I left at 1:30 p.m. today with 60% battery, and I'm at 50 right now. I mean, it's been 6 hours. I haven't done a whole lot. It's been like kind of a casual day, but I've been very impressed with it so far. It's very efficient. Seems to be very efficient. Seems like it's going to be a powerhouse of a phone. I'm very excited to see what happens with it. Bray, nice. Mine was gonna ship later too, actually, because this morning I woke up and checked my order with AT&T, and usually, traditionally, Pixels have actually come in the day before. So like the Pixel Fold orders came in the day before launch date, and some people got it early. With this one though, for some reason it was estimating to ship by the 16th. And then one of my coworkers was like, hey, the Pixel's in, do you want it? Do you want to just cancel your order? So I was like, sure. And she was like, awesome. So I went in and bought it. But that means they should be in stores by now. We did get the blue one in stock. So again, if anyone wants to order it through AT&T, I know you said you're in Canada, so you can't do it there. But I'm saying I had mine shifted back a little bit too. So hopefully get yours soon. Shams, yes, that's the other deal that I was going to talk about. Is the Best Buy deal is a really good deal, and I considered doing that, but I had the chance to I decided just to port it back to port my number back to AT&T instead, because that's what I did with this. So I bought my 7 Pro outright, and I just decided I didn't want to deal with that this year. And the Pixel Watch 2, I am going to get it for sure, but I'm not quite as excited about that one. I'm kind of using this one to the full potential anyway. Like every night when I get home, I've got like 65% battery. I don't really need a bigger battery at this point. So I'm still deciding. Kyle, yes, I'm going back a little bit because I'm kind of missing some of these. Welcome everybody, by the way. Thank you for stopping by. We have Pixel 8 Pro in hand. Just talking about it. That's what I've really enjoyed about doing this for a couple of years is all reviews, even though you've got like Joshua Vergara, you've got Mr. Mobile, you've got some more niche reviews that do include those things because you need those in a review, but they're more like, or Unlocker. I love the Unlocker. He'll like go out to New York for a day and like study like a certain museum or a certain statue he's going to look at and tie it into, like Mr. Mobile did one where he went to a library, or actually it might have been Unlocker, I don't remember. Anyway, he went to a library with the Pixel Fold video and tied it all in. It was pretty cool. But I like doing that kind of stuff more so than just listing off a bunch of specs, you know what I mean? Because specs mean nothing. It's I had a t-shirt I was sold for a while that actually said that specs don't tell the whole story, and it was a depiction of a Pixel 6. I might put that back up, actually. That was a cool t-shirt. But yeah, I like that kind of thing much better. Let me see. Kind of getting it for free. Shams, that's true. I'm in the land down under. Oh. So is Australia, is it a carrier through Australia? Nicholas, yeah, it may be just a software thing like that. That's what I'm thinking. Because, I mean, obviously so much of Pixel is software to begin with that, you know. Kyle, interesting that you bring that up, actually. It doesn't need a cord anymore. So typically, I've noticed this with Galaxy as well. Galaxy's a little different because they have their own thing going on with One UI. But with Galaxy, just like when you open up like a pair of headphones or like when you get a watch and it says like, do you want to set up your new watch? You know, that little card you get, it says, do you want to set up your new phone? And it says Galaxy S23 Plus or whatever I'm selling the customer. And I hit yes, and then it has me scan an actual QR code, not one of those stupid Apple swirly things that doesn't work half the time. Scan a QR code and it pairs the phones together. And then if you're doing a Galaxy, it then leads into Smart Switch seamlessly, which is awesome. But it gets all your accounts, it gets all your everything with your like fingerprint. You don't have to type passwords. Like, it's super efficient. It's really nice. That's what happened with this. And I did not have to plug it in, which was really cool. I did not expect that. You know, typically you gotta, even with a Galaxy, you have the option to plug it in. But they're doing wireless now. So it took me about 12 to 13 minutes to transfer all my stuff. But it was all wireless. It was really nice. I don't think I have a lot of photos on here though. Most of those are in Google Photos anyway. So it was 10, 12 minutes, something like that. Hackney Man, thank you very much for coming. I appreciate you being here. I'm having port issues today. So I've transferred from Verizon to AT&T where I work. But today Verizon is having like issues with their systems or something like that, and none of my transfer pins are working because you have to generate like a pin to port to another carrier. So I've actually been in between, like my texts are still coming to the 7 Pro and everything else is going to the 8 Pro. So I actually don't have any news on that yet, but in my actual review, for sure, I will. If anybody's not subscribed, subscribe for that. And then if you don't mind, like this live too, that'll should tell YouTube that something's happening. Nicholas, the 8 Pro case, so like the Google one. So that's, you have to focus here. It's silicone. It's definitely not plastic. I like the plastic 7 Pro one better, but it definitely does get some dust. If you've ever felt the Apple one, it's a little smoother than that. Or if you've ever felt the Pixel Fold case, the silicone one, it's exactly like that. It's pretty similar to the Apple one, so it's a little less aggressive. It's a little softer. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for the Pixel Watch 2. It just wasn't my number one priority this year. Last year it was awesome because it was brand new. It was a new, product from Google. So I'm definitely going to get one. I just haven't decided on when or where yet. Bray, yeah, they for sure are. I'm actually surprised they're not handing out the first gens to some people too. Because I'm sure they've got a lot of those. Apparently with all the repair stuff, that's not, they're not very repairable, I heard. So I figured there'd be a lot more sales on those. Maybe they're saving them for Black Friday. It's a nice case for sure. I've never been a fan of silicone, even the entire time. I mean, I was full iPhone, Apple, everything. From the iPhone 4 was the first one I got it, because that's when Verizon got the iPhone, to iPhone 7. And then that's when I got a Pixel, because I was tired of buying the same phone over and over. And I got a Pixel 1, and I've been Pixel ever since. But I've never been a silicone person, but it is a nice case if you like silicone. CDXX, thanks for being here. I think so, yes. There are a lot of really, really good carrier deals and Best Buy deals, depending on where you're located. I guess there's even some in Australia and Canada. I've heard there are a couple people from in the chat now, actually, that are from those places that say there's some decent deals. So, I mean, like I said, I bought this through AT&T. You can get it through the link in the description. Free's great, right? It's over 3 years, so I'll probably end up paying something for it because I'll either port out or, I mean, I may not keep it on there for 3 years. But, I mean, Free's great. You know what I mean? As long as you got a phone worth $35. Kyle, that's interesting. I haven't seen that yet. But I was very upset, too. I tried to give a very positive review on the Pixel Watch last year. And it's one of my better videos, actually, I think. I had a lot of fun shooting that day. But people complained and complained and complained about the battery life and how it wasn't long enough. But, I mean, I consistently get 2 days out of it. It's going to die in the evening. So I typically don't get 2 days out of it because I just charge it every night. But like over Christmas last year, over Thanksgiving last year, like I didn't dig up I spent a day driving and then I didn't dig it up before I went to bed. So like the next day I had to charge it at like 4 or 5 p.m. That's still a good amount of time. You know what I mean? That's nothing to sneeze at. I would say the 8 Pro, I mean, not necessarily easier to hold, Bray, Bray asks if it's easier to hold because the 6 Pro was a little... Well, yeah, I guess it is. So it's kind of the same thing as the Galaxy with the flatter... not only the flat screen, but the flatter edges versus being rounded. So it does grip a little easier, actually. Plus the corners. I love the way they did the corners. I know we were kind of all skeptical about that. At least I was. But it just looks really good. It looks so stocky. You know? I am encouraged to own a Pixel 8 Pro. It's very nice. Do I think there's a need to move from the 7 Pro to the 8 Pro? I mean, again, it kind of depends on where you are and what kind of deal you're getting. That's going to ultimately decide that, you know what I mean? But I definitely think it's worth it. I like the new design. I like the new screen. The flat screen is very important to me. The new camera is definitely a step up. The new processor is definitely a step up. Haptics, everything's a solid upgrade from what it was before. Ronald, welcome. Thank you for being here. He says, I bought the 15 Pro Max, but had a Pixel 7 Pro. How do you think the Pixel 8 Pro battery is compared to the iPhone? I don't have an iPhone 15 Pro Max. I have a 14 Pro Max that was my work phone for a while. And if I would end the day with about 20% more battery on this than I did my 7 Pro. So if I would end the day at like 35%, I'd end this at like 50%-ish, right around there, you know? So it's hard to beat that because the iPhone battery has gotten so efficient and so good. It's definitely the king right now. So I wouldn't say it's probably better, but it's definitely, at least, I mean, I've had it for all of like 10 hours at this point, but it definitely seems to rival the 15 Plus for sure. Because that's the 15 that I got, is the black one. And I've been using this one all day to call AT&T and get my porting stuff, and we're at 46%. I have had this one after my like installs and upgrades, or my updates and all that stuff, you know, content transfer. I left the store at 1:30 p.m. my time with 60% battery, and it is currently 7:30, almost 7:30 my time, and I have 49% battery. So the efficiency has been really good. What's up, Scuff? Thanks for being here. Glad you like the videos. I'm really glad everybody finds this kind of thing interesting. Because I love Google products, you know. And the tech community is so, like, I don't know, tech on YouTube is so, what would you call it? Like, it's the opposite of niche. My brain keeps saying niche, but it's the opposite, like saturated. There you go, that's the word I'm looking for. It's so saturated that it's hard to find something interesting to say that hasn't been said by 80 other people, you know what I mean? But I'm glad everybody finds this kind of stuff interesting, because I think this is kind of it's like a couple of years ago, I was talking about guerrilla reviews, like guerrilla warriors, like you'd like go undercover and you'd like go through the jungles and you kind of like sidestep everyone else. And I think that's fun. Hackney Man, as a general rule, I actually cannot. I prefer 90 hertz on a lot of things because it's so much more efficient than 120 hertz, and you can barely tell the difference. Between 60, I definitely can. But like my Pixel 4 XL and the 7 Pro look almost identical to me. Kyle says, from the first time it was released, what was your favorite model of Pixel? Probably, I really, really liked the original because that was kind of my introduction to Android. So probably, if I was going to choose one, probably the original. I really liked the 3 as well. The 3 XL had that obnoxious notch that we all hated. it's not turned on, but it had that obnoxious notch that we all hated. But I'd probably have to say either the 3XL or the original XL. I think I'd have to choose one of those because I like both those models. Wise Tone, thank you for being here. Definitely, actually. The Pixel 8 is not smaller than the 7A or the 6A, but it felt like it in my hand. Somehow, I'm not sure if it's because of the corners or how it's designed. I'm not sure, but it's a very nice compact phone. And the camera is really good on it too. Again, there's a difference between that and the Pro for sure. You get more with the Pro, but it's definitely great for someone who wants a compact phone. Whitestone, that was the thing until like the 11 Pro Max was like marginally better, and then the 12 Pro Max just skyrocketed it. So iPhones had pretty bad battery their entire existence up until like the iPhone 12s, and they've gotten a lot better. So it's good they've gotten better, but if you try one again in some capacity, you'll probably have a much better experience. Taylor, thanks for being here. Nice, you got the blue one. So how do you Taylor, how do you feel about like the haptics and the battery life so far? I'm sure you only had it for a couple hours, but still. I 100% agree though that they've improved on everything that needed to be improved upon from the 7. Yeah, they did call it the tub, yeah. The bathtub notch. And yeah, the 2 was revolutionary. I did not like the 2's design at all. I was very upset that they didn't use the LG V30 screen. I don't have it set up to be able to show you my screen, so I can't really look it up for you, but essentially it was pretty much edge to edge, and I'm very upset that they didn't use that on the 2XL. I think they could have, but the 2XL was great for the camera. It definitely was like a game changer, but I did not like the design of it at all, actually. Oh, okay. Taylor says he's gonna record the solar eclipse with it. How would I shoot the eclipse? I actually have no idea. If you have it, I probably... Are you going to have more than one camera, or is this your only camera? Nicholas, yes, I forgot about a selfie or a wide-angle selfies actually, but that was a really cool feature. Because I know the selfie cameras are pretty much the same, width now, but I liked that about the Pixel 3. Bartaj, thanks for being here. What's up, brother? I have not seen that yet. I haven't gotten into specifics enough to be able to see something that that specific. Like I said, I've only had it for a couple hours, but I'll probably be able to, see a lot of these things for the actual review. Yeah, they were talking about the autofocus selfie a lot, and I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, it's pretty quick. It's just a little bit, like just at this distance that I'm looking at, it doesn't, it's not a whole lot. But it's almost as fast as this Sony camera, which has eye tracking. Sound is off? Question mark? Mic or music? Taylor, you ordered 3 of them? Wow. You got all colors? Nice. I've never shot an Eclipse before. I actually have no tips for that. Sorry. Oh, Bray, thank you very much for letting me know. I did a test before this, but it's so hard to tell. I turned it down just a tad. Nice. 1 blue and 2 whites. Avoided the whole Batman thing altogether. That's why I've been calling this one as my Batman phone, because it's the matte black and shiny black thing. Honestly, 7 years seems... I'm really glad for 7 years because the software update is integral to the quality... Well, not the quality, but the resale value of a device. That's one reason that Apple has been so successful, is because they keep updating their phones for forever. So like an iPhone 6 up till like 2 years ago could still be worth like $200. You know what I mean? Because it was still being updated, it was still current. Even though the hardware was old, the software was still up to date. So that's huge in creating an economy of devices. I will not keep my device that long. I promise you that. So to me, it doesn't actually matter that much beyond like a year or two. But beyond that, it is going to be huge in creating kind of an economy of devices. Hey, Tech Boy, what's up? It's been a while. Yeah, 7 years of repair parts is really cool. Imes, hello, thank you for being here. It'll just work. So you know how you download like the Galaxy Wearable app on your phone, or it's built into the phone, I can't remember, to connect to your Galaxy Watch. It's exactly the same thing, you just have the Pixel Watch app. And I really think that they should have it work on iPhones. I think that would be such a kicker for Apple to be like, hey, you can use this, because people do prefer the round watch. I get questions every day. Almost every day I wear this, I get at least one comment on this band and the round watch. They're like, what watch is that? So I think people would appreciate that if they could use that with an iPhone. Tech Boy, that's a good question. I have not tried that yet, but I'm going to put that on my list for my actual review, because I have a whole list of stuff. I would love it to have a DeX-like feature for Chrome OS. I think that would be awesome. I'm hoping that happens at some point. Bartaj, actually, I was thinking about that too, because MKBHD always says, don't buy a device on the promise of a future update, which I almost fully agree with. But I think Google has done enough software updates, feature drops, like fulfilled promises, that I think that they're one that you could buy with, trusting what they can tell you. I think they've proved their worth on that. Oh, for sure, Imes. Kyle, I don't have any specific use for the temperature sensor. I will use it, test it out and stuff. Let me see here. So when you go into the it's going to look backwards to you guys, unfortunately, and hopefully the ring light's not going to be in the way. Let me move this up. So it'll show you, this is the app. This is what the app looks like. Object temperature. You can select it and then obviously tap to measure. Cover my face so it's not tracking me. But you can go down here to default and you can choose out of any number of things. And I actually posted these screenshots on Twitter too. So if you want to see them in all their glory, you can go check that out. But it's got default food and organic beverages, cast iron, ceramic and glass, matte metal, shiny metal, plastic, rubber, fabric, wood, and walls or windows. So it's got a lot of options. And then once the FDA or whatever approves, then you can take your own temperature and put it into Fitbit. So definitely has a lot of uses, especially for, you know, blue collar or kitchen workers, chefs. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there are a lot of uses for this. I will not use it in my job because I work for AT&T. You know what I mean? Like, I work with the tech, but I wouldn't use that. And then stuff like they use in the example, like baby's milk temperature, or like if you're like taking your own temperature to see if you're sick, that kind of thing. Series doesn't have display out. Oh, it does not have display out? I was hoping. I don't know why they haven't done that either. It's very strange to me. Gilbert, thank you for being here. He says, can you make multiple payments if you finance the Pixel 8 Pro with AT&T, or does it have to be the full amount? It is financed over 3 years, so 36 months. You can upgrade after half your payments, so after 18 months. But if you have an old phone worth at least $35 cash value, so that would be Pixel 4 XL, iPhone 8, or Galaxy S9 or newer, you get the phone for free. So essentially AT&T just gives you a bill credit every month and your phone's free. So that's how I'm doing it. And also there's a link in the description, my store link for AT&T. If you buy it through my link, I get credit for it since it's a commission job. Joshua, I think so. Now do you, will you say 7 series? I think so, yes. I think the colors are a little flashier. I think it does more. I think the marketing has been a lot better with the 8. So the 6 is what I consider Pixel actually coming out into the real world and being a phone of the people versus phone of the techies, if that makes sense. It's when, I know excuse me, technically the 4 and the 5 were multi-carrier as well, but they kind of just sold off the remaining models to like Sprint. And you know what I mean? We're like, hey, Sprint has it now. The 6 is the first one that actually had display models, like setups, and demo models in every carrier and Best Buy. It was the first like full out, like this is what we're doing. They had the NBA sponsorship. They had they had the NFL commercial for True Tone. They had a bunch of cool stuff. So the 6 was the first one kind of getting out into the market. So it became from a whisper to like, oh yeah, that's a formidable device. The 7 built upon that, but also was building a lot more. I think they had like a skater. Was it a skater partnership at one point? And then they had like the soccer partnership in Brazil, I think. So they were like still building, but people knew about it. The 8, I feel like people kind of know what Pixel is. They know it's known for the camera. They know it does all this cool stuff. I think it's going to sell better than the 7, probably. Tech Boy, yes. Teaching people how to use their features. He said he charged the kid's phone off the back of his phone. What's up, Audi Trip? Thanks for being here. I do not know. I would assume that they have, but I have not had any personal interaction with it yet. See, honestly, Bray says, honestly, it feels like if they wanted to put a LiDAR sensor in where the temperature sensor is, and that this phone would have been developed in the middle of a COVID surge. That's true. That's true. Because I know the Pixel 5 actually was supposed to be the Pixel 6 was supposed to be the Pixel 5, and then it got pushed back because of COVID, and they kind of had to like rush, which is why the Pixel 5 didn't have an XL. It was kind of a lackluster phone. That's the reason. IMS, nice. Thank you, thank you. It's probably going to get me demonetized. It's no copyright, but they always copyright claim after the fact, so who knows. It's lo-fi beats. But it kind of does feel that way, honestly. I mean, personal care is a much larger, more important seeming topic since then, so. Oh, nice. Tech Boy, how accurate is live caption for how fast I talk? Bartage, it's getting there for sure. I have not done any of my like test video or anything, so I haven't shot a lot yet. The thing that I really like about iPhone cameras is the zoom slider. And somehow it's so smooth that you can have like little minuscule like micro, you know what I mean, like movements, and it'll interpret them very well. I don't think Pixel's quite gotten there yet to that level of precision, but I think the video quality is going to be really, really good. It's going to be excellent. I loved the look of the fabric cases, but I did not enjoy using them. They felt like my hands were always dry. Oh, nice. I guess that makes sense. I don't know why you'd have the volume on and live caption, but good point. So we've been live for about 40 minutes. Actually, I wonder if I can set this up to go to Peachy's stream after this. Let me see if I can set that up, because I'm going to go to another stream after this, actually. I'm going to watch Technically Speaking's stream, because Google sent him a phone, and we didn't think that they were going to. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm able to... I've never... Let me see. Oh, anyone can... It's been in subscribers mode this whole time. Anyone can send me messages. I don't care. Hang on. Let me try and find Technically Speaking here. Let me check out Twitter, because he usually posts a link. Kyle, I'm not gonna lie. I mostly use my watch to track activity if I'm going to, and as for notifications. So I don't use a whole lot of the maps as far as like, or the apps as far as like Google Maps or like that kind of integration. I love that you can now send voice messages and listen to voice messages through messages. That's really cool. But I don't use a whole lot of them, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let me see if I can find Technically Speaking here. Oh, for sure. Yeah. The Pixel Watch definitely is going to be better than a Fitbit. 100%. Lee Run, did I say that right? Lee Run, Isaac. Thank you for being here. Speakers are very, very loud, actually. Much louder than I would have expected. To the point where, like, when I pulled out the demo model, I was at like the counter at the store and turned it up all the way and played some music, and the girl near the front door said it was too loud. So they're very loud. There we go. That's the one I want to see. Live in 74 minutes. Okay, so maybe that's a little far away. $184. There we go. Oh, okay. I can't. I thought I could add him as a redirect, but make sure and follow Technically Speaking, because he does a lot more pixel stuff as well. Give him a shout out. He's pretty cool. This guy. He usually goes live at 8, Bartosz. That's what I thought it was going to happen, is he was going to go live in like 15 minutes and I could just redirect to him. But apparently it's a little pushed back tonight. He's going live at 9 p.m. my time. Bray, Magic Editor is? I have not checked on the wallpaper yet. And I'm not going to lie, I haven't used it. I've kind of been running around all day doing stuff. Let me see. Minerals. Live wallpapers. I don't see any AI wallpapers yet. Oh, yeah, wallpaper. Yeah, AI wallpaper and emoji. It is live. We got minerals, too. I think out of all the companies, Google has done one of the best jobs at integrating artificial intelligence in a meaningful way into our everyday life. You know what I mean? Yeah, AI wallpapers, I'm not sure I'll be completely into that. I'm definitely going to play around with it and, you know, mess around, see what I can do with it. But oh, thank you, Kyle. Thank you. I'm kind of just surviving, you know what I mean? Just getting, you know, past day to day, figuring life out, that kind of thing. Not bad. Thank you for asking. How about you? How are you feeling? What's the vibe today? You know, life's always got its stuff to figure out. Not anything bad, really, but that's the part of life that I'm still kind of trying to understand. I think is it's not good, not bad. You're just, you know, trying stuff you got to figure out. You know, there's always stuff happening. Oh, for sure, I love doing this stuff. I'm glad you guys are here, actually, making it worth streaming. You know what I mean? Because if no one showed up, I'd be talking to myself. So I might try and do some more of these, because I was doing I made like the Pixel 7 videos last year. That was a massive blow up. That was huge. I went from 1,200 to 5,600 subs in a matter of 2.5 weeks. That was huge. I had, I think, one video over 200,000 views, 2 over 100,000 views, and then the rest were like 80 plus. Like, it was a huge blow up. But then I didn't really do anything. I didn't really have anything to do after that, you know what I mean? Because like nothing gets released between October and February, and I kind of, you know, but hopefully I'm hoping this year to kind of parse it out a little bit better and maybe do some more lives and stuff. So thanks for being here, everybody. Comment on the high-res photo mode in Pixel 8 Pro taking several seconds to take a photo. That is my only observation so far. I did take a couple. I did take a couple at the full, what is it, full 48, I think, megapixels? Or was it 24? I forget, I can't find it. And I didn't expect that. It reminded me of the days when you had HDR plus and it took a couple seconds to process, but you got a really great photo out of it. That's what it reminded me of. Kyle, nice. I'm actually banned from Google Pixel. I'm not gonna lie, off 2 Reddit accounts. So, I don't know. I think I must have shared like a. So I know you're not supposed to self-promote, but there was one of these things. I think it was with the Pixel 5, and it had like that sound update that fixed like the crackles and made like the speakers like 50% louder, and people were curious what it sounded like. So in an effort to be like, I got the update, I know what it feels like, here it is, here's my evidence, then they banned me for self-promoting. You know what I mean? Like that was not the point at all, and they completely missed it. But they just, I'm banned from over there, so I don't ever share anything. So I'm glad it's blowing up. Probably not. Cernum Skull? I think I said that right. I don't think so. Probably not the best idea. I'm sure they'll come out with a couple updates to make it like a little bit shorter processing time. But probably not unless you had a tripod. If you have a tripod, then it takes a couple seconds to process, but it knows that it's not like a Nikon taking a couple seconds to process. You know what I mean? Because that's just that's your ISO speed being slow, and it leaves the thing open for longer, and then you get a blurry mess. With this one, it means it's taking like a bunch of pictures at once, and then it chooses what it wants to show you. You know what I mean? So I think it'll probably be okay, but I'll have to try it to know for sure. Bray, that's a good idea. I've actually considered that before, but what I really want to do is if I'm going to give something to YouTube, it's something that doesn't exist already, which I like. Why would I want to give you something that you can find from somewhere else? You know what I mean? And in-depth tech reviews goes so far in depth with the updates and the app updates and the feature drops. I don't think I can top that. So I've kind of left that to him, you know what I mean? He does such a great job. Emre, did I say that right? Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming in. Thermals, I haven't had it long enough to know. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I got you, Sir Numbskull. There we go. I understand now. Emre, this the battery life has been great so far. I left the store, the AT&T store earlier, for picking it up at 1:30 after doing all my content transfer and whatever, and it is currently 8, and I have lost 15% or about 15% battery, so it seems very efficient. S23 Ultra does have a more powerful, at least in the, I'm going to go with the 7 Pro because I don't know as much about the 8 Pro yet. I don't have as much experience. But definitely S23 Ultra over 7 Pro if someone wants that. Obviously it has a pen. It has 200 megapixel camera. It can shoot in 8K. And does well, actually shoots really well in 8K because of the made with Snapdragon processor. It's much more powerful. It's a little bit bigger battery if you like that. And the screen's not better quality, I guess. It's mostly around the camera is what I tell people if they ask me why, between one or the other. And you do get more features with the Galaxy 2, but it feels like Windows to me, where you kind of have to Windows, you can do anything you want, but you got to know how to do it. And you got to Google and research and figure it out. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. I just want it to work, but I want more features than Apple. That's where Pixel comes in. It's kind of a best of both worlds. Tier, thanks for coming in. He says, anyone using Pixel 4a 5G because my phone felt choppy ever since I updated to Android 14. Every time I play YouTube videos that has 4K in it, it doesn't play the videos and the choppiness. When I don't play the video, the choppiness is gone. Interesting. 4a 5G always felt a little bit choppy to me. I don't know if it's the smaller processor or the 60 hertz screen. I don't know if it's just one of those things deceiving me, but that's interesting. I haven't actually used a 4a 5G in a while. I sold mine almost a year ago now, last December. Well, if anybody's got some last minute questions, we're almost about an hour in. It's just going to be a short stream tonight. I would assume everybody's subscribed probably. But if you want more of this type of content, I share like screenshots or like app updated. Look, the Pixel Watch app looks great. Like that kind of thing on Twitter all the time. So if you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, all that's in the description. See you, Kyle. Thank you so much for the donation again. Thanks for being here. It was nice talking with you. Oh yeah. I will definitely make some videos pretty soon. Yes. So that's as bright as it gets. Try to do this without covering it. That's peak brightness when I'm controlling it, but I know that it sometimes can get brighter than that. If that shows you anything, look, it's like casting a light on my face. It's pretty bright. And then it gets even brighter in the sun. Also, side question, what does everybody think of these? These pumpkins? I don't like candy corn, but I will eat these. Classic Halloween candy. Mortage, that's a good question. I would love to see definitely video out of the USB-C port. I would love to see Chrome OS to some degree built in as like a DeX idea. I think that would be really cool, and it would close the gap between, because Chrome OS is, I think, like 60% or something crazy high of all education K through 12. So I would love for Pixel to be able to give you that experience just from your phone. I think that would be a huge step as far as getting like younger kids or students involved in like especially the A series if it was powerful enough. What's up, lover of tech? We are all lovers of tech here. But yeah, I would love to see video out. I would love to see some sort of Chrome OS version of DeX to be used in schools. I really, really want them to continue updating the video process, how it's shooting video, the zoom slider, like making it more smooth, all that stuff. I really, really want to see those improvements. I would love to see, what was the other thing I was thinking about earlier? Normally it'd say flat screen here, but we already got that. I would love to see not maybe a smaller phone. I don't know. The 8 feels really small to me, but people love small phones. The 7A is actually the most common Pixel that I sell because it's smaller and it's cheaper, and it's the one they stock for us in the store. But people just like their smaller phones, and 6.1 inch is actually not super small. It's pretty average, actually. So I would love to see a shift down in size, actually. At least another option. That's kind of all I got for right now. Nicholas, yeah, they kind of are the same. They definitely are the same. I don't know what it is. I like the pumpkins, I just don't like the candy corns. It's probably all in my head. Sir Numbskull, yes, you are kind of correct, but it tastes better. Everything credit. Congratulations. What color? I went to AT&T today. Bartage, that may be true. See, that I don't really understand a lot of that kind of stuff. So assuming it is possible, that would be great. I would love to see that. But if not possible, then I mean, I guess that's kind of just how it is. Nice. That's the one I got too. I almost went with the black one because I'm really into the black phone thing recently, especially since it's matte finish. It's not that shiny that like gets your fingerprints all over it. But that's the one I got too. I got the blue one. DH, yes, exactly. If we had a phone, that's actually inevitably why I sold my Pixel Fold, because I was using it and it was super heavy. I never opened it. And I found myself wishing that I was like, if Google had a phone that was this size, the size of the front of that screen, I would easily use it every single day. And then I was like, I don't need to be carrying around an $1,800 phone to use the front screen. I should just buy a 7A at that point. You know what I mean? So I would love to see a phone that size. Lover of tech, have you gotten your 8 Pro yet? I'm assuming that's the one you're getting. I've kind of lost track of who all has gotten theirs. I see a lot of names and stuff on Twitter, and I kind of lost track of who hasn't gotten theirs yet. DH, the Pixel Fold is one of the, like, it wasn't for me because I've never been a folding phone person, and I gave it a try. I just didn't really like it. But it definitely is a good product. It's not a bad product at all. It's an excellent product, actually. Let me see. Rashab, did I say that right? Thank you for being here. I do not know to that detail. I'm not gonna lie. I just know it's really, really bright and it looks really good. The resolution's good, I mean. Oh. Everything credit. You're kind of a new Pixel user. Welcome. I think you'll like it. Rashab, yes, the speaker is very loud. When I tested the demo model, I was at like the back of the store at the counter, and one of my coworkers was at the front, and I turned it all the way up and then played some music, and she was like, that is really loud. Turn it down. So if that says anything, they are very, very loud. And they sound really good too. It's very stable, very strong sound. DH, I did, but I just never used it. That's the thing, is I never used it, and I've kind of felt like I couldn't do anything in life. I kind of felt like if I was going to go down and go swimming, or if I was going to take a run, or take a walk, or go out drinking with my friends. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if I'm gonna go drinking, or if I'm gonna go, take a trip to the desert like I did this summer, which is actually the video I shot of the Pixel Fold, and I just haven't edited it yet. I always feel like I shouldn't do that because I have a car's worth amount of phone in my pocket. You know what I mean? So it just kind of, it wasn't for me. Great product, again, still top of the line, but it wasn't really for me. Sir Numbskull, you mean like to copy Apple? Yeah, I mean that's true. I know Apple has made that move. I can't remember if they've made it with Chrome or not. They did not. So I guess I'm talking about Safari. I know they've made that move with Safari. Safari being on the bottom. Forgot I gotta cover my face. They'll probably do it at some point. I don't think it's on the top of their list, but they probably will do it at some point. Everything credit, yes. Post those videos. Bartaj, I completely agree. Narrower bezels and a larger screen size. I don't think I have my... I do have my black original Pixel, actually. I got that sitting around. But I don't have my Galaxy Active 2. Galaxy Watch Active 2. That was my favorite size in... I think that was peak Galaxy Watch, actually. The Galaxy Watch Active 2. The stainless steel one. You can get it for like $80 on Swappa. Really, really nice screens. Big screen size. Sleek, smooth, stainless steel. It had like the bezel, the rotating bezel was touch. It was a great watch. That was one of my favorite watches that's ever released, actually. Let me see. Himanshu, I hope I said that right. Thank you for being here. I actually don't know that. That's a good question, because I use Google Photos for all my backups, so I never really thought about it. Good question. Let me put that into my list of things to check for my actual review, because I don't have any information on that right now. Okay, I've added that. All right, well, we are past 8 p.m. Thank you so much for everybody being here. I appreciate it. If you don't mind, like the stream if you haven't. Follow me on Twitter or Instagram if you want to see more stuff, more Pixel stuff. I usually post photos over on Instagram, obviously, and then just like random chit chat on Twitter. If you want to order a phone through AT&T, you can get it for free with a $35 phone trade-in value. So Pixel 4 XL, Galaxy S9, iPhone 8 trade-in gets you the Pixel 8 Pro for free. If you want to move to AT&T or an upgrade, either way, you can use my link. I'll get credit for it because I work at AT&T. Or if you want to pay less than that for your service, uses my old name. Interesting. Let me see what's happening there to make sure that's correct. Or you can go to Mint Mobile. which is about 85-90% of the service that I get with AT&T and Verizon is what I got with Mint Mobile. But again, I travel like to all kinds of farms and stuff in the spring, and I go to all these random places. That's usually when I don't have service. Everywhere else is great. You'll pay probably a third, half of the price, and I get credit for that too. So mintmobile.com/MichaelSecretTech, and there are a whole bunch of deals you can get with Mint Mobile. Wait, which link was wrong? Oh, in my video bio. Let me see. Let me check here. I will change that. I know it's the right one. Hang on. All right, try that. That's my Twitter. Everything credit. Awesome. Glad to hear it. I will keep my eye out because I get a whole bunch of like recommended videos for Pixel and stuff when this comes out. So I'll keep an eye out for it. Take a look. Sir Numbskull, thank you very much. You guys have a good night too. Enjoy your night, everybody. I appreciate everybody being here. And looking forward to talking Pixel with you guys. See ya.